What the? So it will work. 2 pieces of all thread that we're holding the tire on, a piece of aluminum on the bottom, 2 wrenches welded with a battery, 2 band clamps off the live well pump, some all thread holding the tire on, and some duct tape. I think this is gonna get us home. I once again have another really awesome idea that's bound to fail at some point, but we're still gonna try it. Lindsay and I are gonna go try to take a vacation in the Keys of Florida. The thing that I love about the Keys is that we can take a boat. So a boat is what I'm gonna bring, but the boat needs a trailer, and the trailer needs to make it 2,000 miles round trip. Problem is, the boat's sketchy, and the trailer makes the boat look like it's brand new. Beggars can't be choosers, and I'm borrowing this boat from a friend of mine. He's nice enough to let me take it to Florida. So the least I can do is fix the trailer up right and pray we make it. The fender's falling off, and it's kind of missing the bunk thing in the bow. And to me, this is a very nice trailer. To most people, it may look like a piece of junk, and that's probably because it is a piece of junk. I'll show you the other boat trailer we have. There's a little bit of assembly required, but pretty much all the pieces are here. Tail lights, I-beams, fenders, and wire. It's all relative. My trailer looks a lot nicer now that you know that that's my other option. Shout out to whoever got me this nice socket set off my Amazon wish list. You can tell I haven't used it terribly much yet because all the sockets are still there. If I really put this thing to work, half of them would be missing. Despite what anybody tells you, this is very safe. Safety is always my #1 priority. Are you the kind of kid that adults would always tell you to be safe? Have fun, be safe. They only tell people that they know for a fact are gonna do sketchy stuff. Who's that guy? Said it once and I'll say it again that my favorite YouTube channel is Pakistani Truck. I kind of feel like one of those guys sometimes, you know? This trailer does have relatively new bearings on this side because it caught on fire and almost blew up like a month ago. Last year, I took this trailer on a long trip and I put all new leaf springs in it, new bolts. That's a bit of a new development right there, actually. I'm sure that's not structural at all. This is problem #1, although I'm a believer that fenders are overrated anyway. I think that's gonna require maybe a grinder. That was easy. 2 new bolts, right? Let's see. A wonderful wall of bolts from the salvage auction. This job is going suspiciously well. It's never a good sign when things work out on the first try. Lost a lug nut. Oh, here it is. Call me Special Greg, bro. That ain't going anywhere. Ooh, that almost hit my truck. You don't use a grinder to cut crab pot rope. Ain't no crab. I think I have a solution for this. That actually worked out nicely. That's a nut crusher. Close enough. Oh yeah, send it home, baby. So now to address this. We're just not going to it. That was suspiciously easy. Well, I guess now that the trailer's kind of like done, now we just got to put the janky boat on it. You might think I'm crazy for taking this thing to Florida, but I see crackheads doing way worse stuff on the daily around here. I'm talking skids of concrete and landscape trailers. If your trailer lights work, you definitely ain't no crabber. Put a brand new set on this trailer last year and they got fried. And then since then they've been hacked and patched and still continue not to work. I will say that one thing that I really do seriously lack is like basic electrical skills. I mean, I know the basics, but I kind of don't know the basics, honestly. Oh boy. Usually, you know, if I'm just around town, it's like, yeah, you know, lights maybe sort of kind of optional in the right conditions, but here, trying to get all the way down to Florida, that's frowned upon there, my friend. Does anybody else have a terrible time trying to figure out which size wrenches are? I have been wrenching my whole life, and I still don't know. I would just spent like 15 minutes looking for the American Fraction 10 hammer, and I still couldn't find it. I just take the whatever I need and then just hold up a bunch of different hammers to it until one fits. If you got to get out the grinder to fix trailer lights, you know it's going well. Nice. Moment of truth. We're gonna see if it worked. Nice. It's working. The problem is solved. I just realized I almost did something terribly stupid. So I'm blocking up this thing. I'm shooting a lag up through these boards, but I forgot there was a V cut out. And I literally am a paper's width away from the hull. That was really dumb. Oh my God, look at that. I was almost patching the bow of a boat that doesn't belong to me. I don't know what these little orange nail things are for. They look like they're gonna work perfect. And if you call me white trash, you're just jealous. This has gotta be the nicest part of this trailer that I just added here, this bow support, minus the lag. Oh yeah, that is much improved. Very important to me that we make it to Florida without a lot of hiccups, because I do not get to take a lot of vacations. Neither does my wife, Lindsay. For Lindsay's sake, I hope that she gets to spend as much time as possible enjoying vacation. If it could go wrong, it can and will go wrong in my world. I tend to live by, is that Newton's law? One of them laws by them old guys that like came up with the stuff. We're gonna drive from Maryland to South Carolina, and then we're gonna stay in South Carolina and camp at this really cool place, I think. I mean, I found it on Hip Camp. It was 30 bucks for the night. It's just some lady's yard that you pay 30 bucks and you can sleep in her front yard in a tent. And then from South Carolina, we're gonna head further south down to Marathon Key. It's gonna be about another 9-hour leg. If I could make it, we'll say 20 hours with stops without shore disaster, I will be thoroughly impressed. And I know my wife will also be impressed, which is gonna help me for the rest of the trip. Because there's some really dumb, really white trash things that I really just wanna do while I'm down there, because I freaking love Florida. Maybe I'm a Florida man that ended up in Maryland. I do a lot of Florida man stuff. It's kind of like returning home. I have a cap for my truck, but it doesn't fit because it's not for a 2014 Ford F-250, it's for a 2008 Toyota Tundra. But personally, it seems really dumb to have two separate caps for two different trucks when they're almost the same. So we need to go up about 3 inches, and we need to go forward about 4 inches. This is a stupid, unforeseen, last-minute project that's probably not worth doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. That has never stopped me before. Although the skid loader not starting might. We're in business. This thing drives itself. It's basically a Tesla. Technically, my argument is that this machine is far more environmentally friendly than a Tesla, because this machine's like 30 years old and it's still working. You don't have to replace nothing but diesel fuel in this thing, and oil sometimes. Look, it's moving by itself. How the heck do you get truck caps off without hurting yourself? I want to know, because I've tried a lot of methods. I've once again made a terrible mistake. I forgot to undo the truck clamps inside the cap before I tried to pick the cap up off the truck. And that's pretty embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just going like a million miles an hour because I have a lot of things to do and not much time to do them. Take two. Well, that was ultra sketchy, but it is off. Spending a lot of time on something that's kind of dumb that my wife is sure to hate. It's going pretty well. Holy crap, that looks terrible. 2 lessons. 1, woodworking should not be done in the rain. Number 2, should not have nice things. Because this is what happens. And that is how you fit a square peg into a round hole. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. That is definitely some redneck engineering right there, buddy. You look like Jed Clampett going to Florida.
It's 5:28 in the morning and we're headed to Florida.
It's 5:27. She's fibbing. Ready?
Oh yeah.
All right, we've made it literally 6 feet. I'm still in my driveway and the trailer lights already stopped working. Swap the connector and it appears to be working. We're making our first stop. I think we're in North Carolina. Every time I go on a road trip, I try to never eat at like chains. I always try to find like some very wild card looking spot along the journey. If you're coming through town, try to put money into the town that you're stopping in, at least, I think. We'll go over some of the safety features of this boat and the trailer. We have some chains that are twisted up because they're a little too long. A bungee cord holding the chains up. Some really professional looking wiring. I had my hand in, as you can tell. It's got this thing that kind of works. Do have a spare tire that's brand new. The winch is, well, as long as you like pull it tight and jam this thing in the right position, it doesn't go anywhere. Oh hey, I'm just going over some of the safety features of this trailer and this boat.
This matches my nails.
Yep, that's why I put it there. That is sketchy looking, but I can assure you that's actually probably one of the more solid pieces on this trailer. It's even got the angle, custom fit to the bow of this boat. If we work our way down the trailer, we can also see that every time we hit a bump, the trailer gets a little lighter and we're improving gas mileage. Another great safety feature is all this metal that's jammed in the back of here, and that's to keep for the leaf spring from blowing up through that rust hole. This tire appears to be fine, although that tire looks like it might need a little air.
I was gonna say, it's looking a little squishy.
Yeah, that's not great. Moving on, we have brand new lights. We also have some really professional chafing gear on the wires because we don't want them to rub through and short it out. A block that's being held in with hopes and dreams. We also have a dock line here because who needs a ratchet strap? Getting tighter as we go, which means maybe the boat's scooting back. I don't know, I think it's fine. Not gonna look too far into that. And on this side, who needs a ratchet strap when you have, I believe that's Franklin number 9 crab pot line, lashing your boat to the trailer itself.
Did you show the people the brand new sparkling motor?
Yeah, that's the only reason that this boat is our first big road trip as a married couple.
Well, I hope y'all have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Thank you, enjoy your day.
Thank you. Oh, I love people in the souther than where we are.
Yeah. Boy, that was nice. Everybody in Baltimore, DC metropolitan area is just typically angry that you exist. And you come south and everybody's just happy to see you. I feel like that's the way it ought to be. Lindsay did have a good point. She said, you know you're from the Northeast when a car pulls up and you think, oh man, what am I getting in trouble for, yelled at or threatened now? But they're just being friendly down here. At home, you'd expect somebody to like try to mug you. All in all, pretty solid choice for a 2,000 mile, actually like 2,600 mile round trip. It's definitely the nicest boat that well, it's not even mine. That's why it's so nice. I like the look of this place.
So this looks like the food's gonna be good.
I agree. That is some delicious looking North Carolina barbecue right there.
So excited.
Any place they have hush puppies and fried okra, it's a good spot.
Tina Crane, and
All
we
right.
have a YouTube channel, Net and Tina. Net
Sounds
Sister.
good. That's your sister? All right, we'll put it in there and people can check you guys out.
Thank you.
That's a sign for guys like me. That's some good looking Southern sweet tea right there.
10 out of 10. People were super friendly. Food was so good. Everything was fast. It was incredible.
If you're ever going through Dunn, North Carolina, Kim's Barbecue and Seafood, that was 10 out of 10. Another local place for the win. We have a new mysterious noise, squeaking noise that wasn't there before we stopped for lunch. That's the culprit. It's squeaking. I don't know how the cap shifted forward that much. So if I loosen these and then scoot the cap back just a tiny little bit, it should be all right. We're at Wally World because it may thunderstorm tonight. We may have to sleep in the bed of the truck. That is the definition of a 50-footer. That rig looks mint from about 50 feet away. There's people over there got in a car accident and they're like being super friendly about it. It's so weird. Like I've seen people pull guns on other people in Baltimore like for less than that. Lindsay, your job's to keep an eye in that mirror to make sure that tire and hub doesn't explode, all right?
That was my job last year. Didn't fail.
Oh, you know we're headed south when you start seeing the Golden Beaver, buddy. Pasadena, Maryland to Marathon, Florida is the longest trip I've ever taken. What is the longest trip you guys have taken in the car? I've never done a cross-country trip, and I don't think I'd want to. I don't like driving that much. That's another reason I don't really want to drive the whole thing in one go. What's your worst travel story? That's really what I want to hear. Most boat trailers don't leave within like 20 miles of where they're purchased. So when you take one on like a 1,000-mile trip, something's bound to go wrong. We're close to the place where we're gonna camp tonight. They said they've got a lot of rain. The road is pretty flooded and washed out. So we gotta following the guy in the little camo Suzuki Samurai, which is actually super awesome. Maybe he wants to trade trucks. That'd be an adventure to take that thing. Got it. He's pointing to spots that we should not go under any circumstance.
Oh yeah, that's gnarly. Look at that.
Look at that. We're getting like a mudding experience and all. Holy cow. That's nuts. Yeah, you couldn't make it with a car.
No, for sure. All right, he's pointing to that one.
Yeah, that one looks
He said, "Don't
gnarly,
do it.
gnarly.
Don't do it."
Man, this is like bonus fun. We get to go mudding and camping. Extra adventure. This is beats a hotel any day.
Look at that. Look at this person's poor driveway.
Holy cow.
Whew, that's a river. That's not a driveway. That's a canal.
Look at that. How cool. We launched the boat right here.
We're making it. We're making it.
We're in South Carolina. We were planning on camping in the tent. It was supposed to thunderstorm at like midnight all through tomorrow.
If any of you remember watching us here on TikTok last year or Instagram, there are no caterpillars this time. I'm very relieved.
Yeah, last year we came here and there was like literally millions of caterpillars. I thought it was awesome. Lindsay was not having a good time with the caterpillars.
Homemade ventilation.
Yeah. It's pretty high class. Make sure that doesn't like come down, take your head off. It's a little heavier than usual. What do you think of the truck bed?
A little lumpy, but it's not bad.
It actually looks pretty cozy.
Yeah, we just need like some string lights in here, then we're all set.
So All about the aesthetic. We got, what do we need string lights for? We have fishing rods. Do a little systems check on the boat and trailer. Seems to all be sturdy. Wheels look fine. Nothing is smoking. The license plate didn't fall off. Oddly enough, doesn't look like we've lost anything out of the boat. I will definitely say that this trip is going suspiciously well so far, knock on wood. We're gonna find out if it's watertight tonight during the thunderstorm. Spoiler alert, it's not. But don't tell Lindsay that.
I already heard you. It's too late.
Ooh, looks like dinner. What was the duck's name again?
This duck?
Yeah.
Did it have a name?
I don't know. But he's pretty tasty. So comfortable, actually. Fishing rods.
I've been impressed with this so far. It's actually kind of nice. It's like 60 degrees outside. There's a breeze. There's birds singing in the trees.
It's not like it super humid. Oh, it is supposed to thunderstorm tonight. I cannot promise this cap is watertight.
That's not what I want to hear. You should have lied to me.
I just want you to know what to expect. Well, I can tell you right now, you can hear running water. It is leaking pretty bad. This corner also. This is right where my phone was sitting. I went to grab my phone, it was completely drenched. It's leaking a little there. Honestly, not bad over here at all. Nothing's terrible. We have the technology to fix all of that in the tube of caulk. Time to get going. Well, we survived camping in the thunderstorm last night.
I missed it.
We picked up some freeloading passengers. Sunny Florida, here we come. Just kidding, we're going to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's update. The trailer seems to be okay. The hubs have not been hot, so I don't think they're gonna burst into flames quite yet. Maybe on the way home if we're lucky. But it's still strapped in. Crab pot line, look at that. She's tighter than Nat's ass. Hub, not hot. We're good. Made it to Buc-ee's, the holy mecca of Florida, just in general. If you can not get gas at the dock, gas there is like $2 more a gallon. Yeah, I'm ready to have me some of that Buc-ee's beaver meat. I just have this crazy feeling that I'm never gonna be the same after going to Buc-ee's. Every Florida man starts his holy pilgrimage to the promised land. That's kind of disturbing. I put a roof over your head.
But I think we can find ways to do that without involving Buc-ee's bikinis.
I think it'd be cooler with Buc-ee's bikinis though. Buc-ee's bathroom break. I'll meet you here by the sizzling crackers. How's that? Look at it all.
See, you want to do that?
Maybe I do.
This is something I would consider wearing.
It's a little more modest.
What are you wearing?
What do you mean? The hat? Dark Seas. We're doing a summer line for summer 2024. It's pretty cool, right?
No. What are you wearing on your torso?
A belt? I've had this belt forever, honey. That was a little overwhelming.
Too many people.
Too many people. That was overstimulating for sure.
I did not like that.
A necessary stop if I ever want to be the Florida man I know I was meant to be. Too many options.
Yeah.
Like a factory of just like consumerism. Like, who buys into that cheesy crap, dude? Like, I cannot believe they marketed a beaver so well that they literally probably sell hundreds of millions of dollars worth of like stupid stuff.
To people who don't even want it.
Who like succumbs to the marketing of like a gas station chain? Kind of sad.
Clearly, all of these people that we see here.
Well, they're a bunch of suckers, I'll tell you what.
I would agree with that.
To the Keys. We're leaving Buc-ee's. 6 hours to go to Marathon Key.
Can't wait.
2 hours of that's just getting out of this parking lot. Look at all this stuff she brings for skincare. That's more soap and lotion than I've ever bought or used probably in my life. That wasn't a bar of Ivory soap. That is impressive there, honey.
Thank you.
Between all her skincare stuff and me being Asian, we're gonna look like we're 30 for probably the rest of our lives.
You're also a commercial fisherman who spends all day in the sun and refuses to wear sunscreen. So.
I wear sunscreen. I was born with built-in SPF. See, that's awesome. A four-wheeler with like 35s on it. That's Florida man stuff. In the home stretch here, we made it to Key Largo. We're at our favorite place to eat here, which is Key Largo Fisheries. It's super cool, like working waterfront marina. It's like really what I wish I could have at home. Benefit is these guys can do it all year round. I can only do it for half the year. The fish, literally all the boats that catch it are tied up right behind where you order it. Supporting local commercial fishermen and eating genuinely good food here. That is crazy. That is some money for some claws right there. Shoot. I'll be getting a couple of these, I think. Mediums. Where's the smalls at?
There's some fresh fish. And here they only eat the crab claws, not like at home. Then you got some grouper cheeks, some drinks. These are the crab boats, lobster boats, I guess. I don't know much about them, but they're a lot different than the ones at home. Dang, that's a big one there. Pretty boats. If your bilge pump don't kick on all the time, you ain't no crabber. Very different style crab boat around here. If you're an avid boater or have trailered your boat, you know that trailers always give up the gun, either right by the house or right by where you're going. I don't have any wood to knock on right now, so I think we'll be fine.
Fake wood on your dashboard in the truck.
Oh man, that's the lariat version. All right, little boat. Let's make it. Last leg. Got an hour to go.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here.
Me too.
Look at the hermit crab.
You put the plug in, right?
What?
Paradise on Earth right here.
Every good Florida man needs a tackle shop to hang out in and talk about the fish that they're not actually catching. Angler Eddie's, when you come to Florida, this is my spot. I'm telling you, Florida has everything that I do. Gotta be careful in a place like the Keys because there's a lot of tourist traps. They're gonna overcharge and just tell you bogus whatever. But Eddie's, it's actually a really good place. Very good people as well. They're not gonna steer you wrong. And they're actually a lot cheaper than everywhere else I've been in the Keys. They even got the Chesapeake down here in Florida. I will say one of the only bummers about Florida is I don't have a lot of friends here. Hey man, get out of the road. Is this guy homeless? Hey man, I don't have any money for you, but I'll give you a ride to like the Mission or something like that. He looks just like Lieutenant Dan before he lost all his limbs.
6:47 a.m. looks too early to record.
Listen, buddy, you're gonna be my Florida friend. No free rides. You gotta put in a little bit of work here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a big ass shark.
Oh my God!
No! You still got him. You still got him. Reel. You still got him. Fight him. Fight him on half the rod, dude. Fight him on half the rod. Dude, that's a big shark. That is awesome. Riley fighting a shark on half the freaking fishing rod. Oh my God, it's huge. I can't believe that fishing rod popped. I think that's a bull shark. It's the biggest fishing rod I have. I just bought that.
We're gonna do it with the first mama when it comes.
I have no idea. Riley's been fighting this thing for like half an hour on a half a rod.
Oh, you want me to get closer? Okay.
Yeah, get him. I don't want to bring him in the boat, to be honest. Hey. Ah, I got him. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Are we gonna capsize the boat?
No. That thing probably weighs like 50 pounds.
Yeah, right. That thing's like 150 pounds, dude. Oh my God.
Don't worry, I still got him.
Get him closer again. I'll grab his tail.
Dude, this is not gonna end well.
Dude, this is gonna end badass. This is a big ass story, dude. It's a 5-foot shark.
No way.
There. Yes, it is.
Stand up, right? Let me sit next to him.
What? Where do I stand?
I don't know. Right there. You gotta get a picture with me and Riley in the shark.
Riley, get in there.
I'm trying.
You want to train the rod with Luke so you can hold his tail?
No, I'm gonna tie the line around that cleat and bring him home.
Dude, we're not killing the shark. You really
it.
want to keep him?
I want to keep him as a pet.
No, yeah, right.
My mom's got little fish,
You
goldfish.
gotta do with that
She
thing.
got goldfish, she'll keep it.
Riley, you gotta get back here.
I gotta hold this thing.
Hold half the fishing rod. I'll hold this shark up.
Alright, keep smiling. Keep looking at me and smiling. Do not bring that in the boat. Do not do it.
Lindsay, get a picture.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh my God, why is it taking so long?
Alright, I'm gonna cut the shark.
Alright,
Riley?
ready.
No, the knife! No!
Wait.
No! Scissors, tiny scissors, save the day.
Oh my God.
Dude, that was
that was
awesome, dude. Bye, buddy. Are you really a Florida man if you don't eat poisonous fish at a bar? I mean, come on, man. If I see the opportunity to try poisonous fish, we're gonna eat it. There it is. First bite. Poisonous lionfish. It's pretty good. I don't feel like I'm gonna die quite yet. So we'll update you in like 30 minutes and see if we're dead or not. The guy that rides jet skis from Tiger King suggested that I come here. Shout out James and his jet ski business in Marathon Key. It's lionfish right there. It's poisonous fish. Should they scale it? It's like white meat. What do you think, Lindsay? Castaways in Marathon. Very good. I'm having a hard time finding good food in Marathon. This place, sushi's pretty good. It's been 30 minutes. We are not dead. So I highly recommend eating possibly illegal, certainly poisonous, and very risky foods. If you can buy it or fry it, you should try it. What the heck is that? It's really nice back here though. It's just all mangroves and bait, a lot of mullet, and abandoned boats. It's right up my alley. Man, it's so interesting how their cabins are. And I guess it's so you can see so you don't run around. That's actually a really good idea. Drop a comment if you know what that thing on the roof is for. I was looking at all the fishing boats and this guy recognized me from the internet. Apparently his dad owns the wharf here, so he said we can take a look around. His name's Tony. Tony, what are you doing?
We're roping back a 1,000-yard net. We're getting ready to go out for kingfish.
Nice. Did you go this morning?
We went out last week, then we went out, we brought back some lobster traps, and now we're getting ready again.
That's awesome. I'm telling you, Florida has everything that I need at home, all right here. It's just swelteringly hot. I think the wood ones are lobster traps. The plastic ones are stone crabs. Wow, their setups are a lot different. I think the way it works is they put the line in the middle, and the trap hits that and flips up, and then they pick it. There's our other boat right there. But I prefer this one. What do you think?
It's got 4 more motors than we can afford.
That's right, and it's only got 4 motors on it. Honey, maybe one day I'll make enough on YouTube and we can live on that thing. That's pretty nice. That's like Taj Mahal. That's the boat that we can afford.
Oh yeah.
That one's in our budget.
We'll pull it out.
That guy's got a nice setup. That's pretty much everything that's sitting in my yard right now, just if it were to float. Really, that guy's ahead, to be honest, because all of his boats float, all 18 of them. There's some nice ones here in Boot Key. Wow, I tell you what, these folks got some really cool rigs out here. That is interesting, to say the least. I really like it. And I'm not judging these people at all. The only reason that I'm remarking is because I'm jealous. Oh boy, look at that. That's a 30-foot Sea Ray. Used to have one. Well, honey, I figured it out. We're just gonna live here on a boat, Boot Key.
Sounds good. You should drop an anchor. Welcome home.
I thought I was crafty. Bro was working on an outboard motor on the back of his boat. Check out that captain's chair up there. That thing is sweet. I wish I could have documented the battle. These things are like worse than crab claws. Those are literally razor freaking sharp. I've never even experienced a spiny lobster until like I caught these ones today. It's literally a bug made out of weapons. I've never really seen one before. I've eaten it, but I've never like seen one. And that is wild looking. I want to see a battle between a spiny lobster and a blue crab. Blue crabs are fierce, but this thing, the entire thing is a razor blade. I cut my hands all up because I don't have any equipment to catch these. I just have a snorkel and a net and my hands. And so I just tried to grab one and it like destroyed my hands. I had no idea that they were so dangerous. Florida's so great. I'm gonna put this thing in the fridge and see if I can scare my wife.
The big bag?
Yeah. Are you serious? No reaction? It's ridiculous. What? Honey. What? I put a lobster in the fridge to scare you and you didn't even react.
I didn't even notice it.
The lobster? You didn't notice the lobster?
No.
There's a lobster in the freaking fridge. You just opened it.
I totally didn't even second guess it.
Are you serious?
This is just part of my
That didn't, a crustacean in the fridge didn't raise any red flags to you?
No! It's you!
So what is that? Holy crap, it's a sea turtle. Wow. Guess you never know what you're gonna see in Florida. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful here. This is literally like paradise. I like to experience wilderness with a capital W if I can, in places that I really enjoy, which is anywhere there's not a lot of people, but especially on the water. Florida Keys has a special place in my heart. Like and subscribe. Crabbing season starts very soon. April 1st, it opens. So stay tuned. I'll have an opening announcement for the crab stand here very soon. We also have some awesome new merch. Dark Seas and I just dropped a limited edition sweatshirt. We have an awesome vintage duck camo and we have a super awesome weathered gray sweatshirt. They're super comfortable and we have a very, very limited supply. So go there and grab them as soon as you can before they sell out. I honestly just cannot believe how much life there is here. You can see the bottom. It's just insane. I can only imagine this is maybe what the Chesapeake Bay looked like at one time. I hope that we can get it back to this quality. Awesome for everybody to enjoy equally. By the way, we also have a 20-hour car ride home still, so stay tuned in case something goes terribly wrong, which is totally possible. I knew this video would turn into a Luke video one way or another. Just put the boat on the trailer to head home from Florida, and that is not in great shape. We're gonna need to fix that before we go. That leaf spring is about to shoot up into the bottom of the boat. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to use this custom tire holder that I built. That's all I really got. I have that and this bag of miscellaneous tools and a big problem. And 2,000 miles to go. Usually I get stuck with far less resources. Now I have an entire trailer I can scab for parts. Oh, that's so sketchy.
So what happens if we were to drive like this?
So if this were to go wrong, the tire would hit the fender, and then the leaf spring would shoot up through and basically land on the bottom of the boat.
Well, that's terrifying.
Tricky part is that I don't really have another flat bar to go across here. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. Something like that. I need 2 wrenches that are about the same size. These are about the same size. This.
That's a redneck hot job if I've ever seen one.
You know what? I may actually have a way to weld these together. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna try to use this battery to weld these wrenches together. I do not recommend doing this at home. Oh, God.
What the?
Okay, so it will work. We just gotta get it right.
Okay, let's not end up in the hospital.
We're not gonna end up in the hospital. I might. Kinda worked, actually. All right, we got our wrenches tacked together on both sides. See that? I'm probably gonna put a band clamp on them just in case. I low-key always wanted to try that at home.
What happens if you need a wrench?
Then we figure that out when we need a wrench.
It really is a wonder that you're still alive.
That's not how the instructions said to do it.
What was the point of welding them together?
I don't know. I don't have an engineering degree. I have a redneck fix it and get home degree from the School of Hard Knocks.
Top of his class.
All right, this is what we got. 2 pieces of all thread that we're holding the tire on, a piece of aluminum on the bottom, steel reinforced aluminum, 2 wrenches welded with a battery, 2 band clamps off the live well pump, some all thread holding the tire on, and some duct tape. I think this is gonna get us home. Every time we hit a big bump on the highway, I'm gonna be very nervous.
Is this going to withstand the test of the road that we have to take to get to the campsite?
Oh man, that's probably honestly what broke it. I think we got it. It honestly looks a lot nicer than I thought. We got 2,000 miles, and we'll see if we can actually make it home. I'll give you a walk around here. My tire holder with the 2 welded wrenches with the band clamps wrapped in duct tape. They're bolted down with the wrench for reinforcement with the aluminum plate, with a ratchet strap holding it together, and then a ratchet strap holding these 2 together so that they don't slip out because these are open-ended. I think she's solid. All right, Lindsay, your job really now is to keep an eye on that side.
Oh boy. Guess I will.
This road is super bumpy. Maybe 300-400 miles, something like that. I don't know. We're at Buc-ee's in Daytona once again, and my fix appears to be holding up. Honestly, it's not bad. I've been keeping an eye on it, but it all looks like it's together. Just ran into some fans at Buc-ee's. That's pretty cool. We now have to go over the world's bumpiest road again to camp tonight with the world's sketchiest trailer. If it can survive this lane, that's some dang good work. Truly cannot believe that this janky trailer made it all the way home. Mind-blowing. All the way from Marathon, Florida to Maryland. 1,300 miles. I thought it was 2,000. It was not 2,000. It was about 1,300 miles. But check that out. That janky junk actually made it all the way home. Truly impressive. So check out what arrived at my house. Got new fleece sweatshirts. I went from being in 85-degree weather and sunny and beautiful to 45. Glad they showed up.